Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 9 of the Real Talk Journeys of Resilience and Success. And today's topic is embracing failure, turning setbacks into stepping stone. And our guest for today is Louche de Jesus. She will be joining us in a few minutes. But before uh, we dive into our topic for today, let me introduce myself. Hi everyone, my name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but according to reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor. I also want to remind that if you want to learn how you can start your online business, all you have to do is register in the website that appears here on the screen with your name and email address, and I'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. In this case, you will be catching the replay of this past Thursday's live webinar. So when you register in my website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. So the first one is to register for the live webinar, which happens every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. So you can this link will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday and one for Thursday. So you can register for either one or for both. The other link that you will have there is the replay link. So just in case you cannot watch the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it at your own convenience from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we invite you, or I invite you, to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. So now you probably wonder, okay, what am I going to see on the webinar? Well, on the webinar, you'll find out how our online business plan works. And you also get to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So let's find out who were the hosts and panelists from this past Thursday's live webinar. Okay, so our host for this past Thursday's live webinar is Karen and Chris. So Karen is or was a vice principal, and Chris was a firefighter. So they were the hosts for this past Thursday, and our first panelist is Dustin. He's a nurse, and he just quit his job at the age of 39. So just a little anecdote there. We also have PB and Josh. So PB is a registered nurse and R&B host, and also PB is a job quitter too. We also have Audley, she's a registered nurse. We have Mike and Lynn, franchise owners and entrepreneurs. We have Eunice, a nurse practitioner. We have Stephanie, a healthcare worker. And we have Deborah Ann, a member service rep. So as you see, we have all different walks of life who decided to take that leap of faith. And it looks like tonight is going to be mostly from the health industry. And our guest today is also a nurse. So that's pretty cool. So if you want to catch the replay of this live webinar, you only have to register in my website, which will appear in a few moments. But also want to let you know that our replay has subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: that's Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. All right, so let's dive into our topic for today. So welcome again to our live Real Talk Journey of Resilience and Success, episode number 1. And like we mentioned before, our guest is Louche de Jesus. So I'm so excited to introduce today's amazing guest, Louche. She's a proud wife and mom of 2 beautiful kids, a dedicated registered nurse living in New Zealand and originally from the Philippines. Louch is not only balancing family and a demanding career, she's also a passionate business owner and mentor who is empowering others to dream bigger and take action. Her story is one of resilience, purpose, and heart, proving that with the right mindset and support, you can create a life of impact and flexibility. Get ready to be inspired by her journey. So let's bring Louche to the studio. Hi, Louche. Thank you for
Hi, Sandy. Yeah, thank you for
would,
having me.
thank you. Would you like to introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Yeah. Hi, my name is Luchi de Jesus, and thank you, Sandy, for having me here. Yeah. I'm a mom of two beautiful kids. I'm a wife, and I'm also a registered nurse living here in New Zealand. I'm originally from Philippines. So, before before also I started the digital business, I'm already looking for something that some extra income, like a side hustle while working, while I'm doing a full time. So at first I also see like this, like a lot of ads about digital business or online business, but yeah, I did not step in because I was also skeptical. But yeah, I asked for some sign from the Lord, that Lord, if this business is for me, give me some signs. But yeah, he gave me, because I asked for like, hopefully there's what someone that I know that will start this business, then I will start the business. Then I saw one of my friend who started a business. So, and I told to myself like, oh, is this the sign that I want? Okay, so I jump in really. So I just, when I saw her as a posting, I saw her website, I registered on her website, and I watched the webinar that I already saw before. I also registered before, but then I did not watch it fully. But when I saw her, I watched like the full webinar. And then when I realized like, oh yeah, it's really inspiring. So I registered, and she was like shocked, like, oh really? So yeah, so that's my story. Then when I see the business, I saw the potential of the business, and yeah, I like, oh, this really, that's inspires me a lot. And like, oh, there's something like this. So, and I was amazed with the people that's already success in this business. So yeah, if they can, if they can do it, so why can't I? So I told that to myself. So yeah, here I am. Yeah, and doing the online business, or digital business. So I'm glad to be part of this, yeah, amazing business. Thank
Thank,
you.
thank you, Louche. Thank you for your introduction.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and I do relate to you too, to
Mhm.
find this. I think, like we all, I found it actually through an ad, and that's how I found
Okay.
out about the business. Yeah. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, and then when I find out about the community, and
Mhm.
all this, yeah, it really check all the boxes for me of what I was
Yeah.
looking for. All right, so let's dive into our questions. Okay, so first question for you. Could you share a significant setback or mistake you encounter on your journey, and how did you transform that experience into a valuable lesson of growth or growth opportunity?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that question, Sandy. So the significant setback or mistake that I encountered, yeah, I'm always afraid of taking risk because I don't have a business background. I'm thinking that I will fail. So that's always our what is that, fear of failure. And I'm
Mhm.
like that. So, oh, I don't know if I can do this or that. And yeah, I'm always afraid of failure. But and that's when I tried to like push through, like it's in my thought, like, oh no, no, I need to push more. Like when I see the potential of the business. So I said like, and I learned a lot when I came to this business, that, and I read some books that I don't know if you know that books like Go for No.
Yes.
So it's like go for no, fail many times so that you will near to your success, because they said failure is part of success. So that's what I'm inspired with that book. And I'm still here. I know there's a lot of obstacles, challenges in this business, but um it transformed, and the experience, and I saw the inspiring stories of the amazing business owners. So I take it as a lesson. I learn from them. And yeah, it's just like, if I will go back to myself like 1 year ago, I can say that it changed a lot of my mindset and the opportunity, the growth that um I've been. And yeah, it's really amazing that I already overcome my fear of failure, so I'm okay with it now. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Um, so yeah, so you touch a lot of things that that I think I'm pretty sure a lot of people will relate to it. Even like we have so many in our community that started with fear too. Uh,
Yeah.
so like self-doubt, like thinking, like would I be able to do this? Do I have the
That's
right skills? Do I have the
mm,
knowledge? um
mm,
but like you mentioned, like if you wanted some change, you have to go and
mm,
take action, because
that's right.
that's really how the only way that we're gonna be able to do the things that we want. We have to take some risk,
Mm,
and go out of our comfort zone that we
yeah,
feel.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and for those who are watching us, like don't worry about if you don't have a background in business or no knowledge or tech skills, because you don't really need any of those.
Mm,
Everything is provided here in our community. All the video-based training, um, all the support that you need. You have a mentor, you have a
mm,
coach, you know and that's one of the things that I when I found this opportunity. That's what when I saw that we have one, I was like, yes.
yeah.
Because doing it by yourself is you can do it. It's not that you can, but it's gonna take you longer. you know so when you have a mentor that will guide you, and that will give you that support, and especially the community that people have has the same like mindset, that makes a huge difference. The book that you say, Go for the No. Yeah, I do like that book, and me too. I was afraid of getting those rejections. When we talk about the business,
Yeah.
um, but I think, with the book, Go for the No, and even if you get like 10 no's, I think that really prepares you to overcome that
Mm,
rejection, that eventually doesn't hurt you anymore because it hurts you
yeah.
at the beginning.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Um,
really a good book.
yes, it is.
Mm-mm-mm.
Um, so yeah, so I do agree, and I like that. Go for the no. It really
Mm-mm.
prepares you. And
Yeah.
then you mentioned also learning from leaders, in our community, from people that are ahead, sharing
Mm-mm.
all those knowledge with us,
Mm-mm.
and the blueprint, to be able to achieve that the success. So that's amazing too. And the
Mm-mm.
opportunity for growth. I do agree with you. Like if I look back to when I started this business to where I am today, I'm totally a different person. Same as you. Like you have grown. Your mindset has developed. Uh,
Mm-mm.
into shifting. Into a fixed mindset, into a growth mindset.
Yeah.
Um, and learning all the skills that we have learned, all the knowledge, and we keep learning. That's the beauty. That's what I love.
Mm-mm.
Like we never
Yeah.
stop learning. We always keep learning, and that's what it makes us, to grow as an entrepreneur.
Mm-mm.
Because as an entrepreneur, you never stop learning. You always need to keep learning, and
That's right.
especially in
Yeah.
the digital world too.
Mm-mm.
So
Mm-mm.
thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's go to the second question for you. So, what mindset shift or perspective change allow you to see failure not as something to fear, but as an essential part of your success journey?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah. What mindset shift? So, it's a growth mindset. Yeah.
Mhm,
And I learned a lot that here in our business, because yeah, you will see obstacles and challenges as an opportunity.
mhm,
So opportunity to grow and discover that something within you, know that it's part of the journey. It's part of the journey for you to learn more and not stuck in a fixed mindset, which for the fixed mindset you're avoiding the challenges you're because you're avoiding the challenges because to avoid failure. So it's just the same like you want to avoid that because you you were thinking like, oh, I'm failing and I don't know what will the people say about me. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm always thinking that before when I start this business. But then I was thinking like, why should I think about what they are saying? Like it's all in my mind. It's all in our mind. Like,
Yeah.
the growth mindset helps me a lot. Like, um, learn and then embrace every challenges that will come in my way. So, and I'm also like also like into reading now. I'm not into reading books before, but now I able to finish some of the books now, so that's really a lot for me. Like, so like it's a growth mindset for me. Like, I learned a lot reading some personal development book, and hearing from one of the motivational speaker. And yeah, and I just like it shifts a lot. Like, oh, there's something like that, because I was just like on my comfort zone as a registered nurse. And as a
Mm-hmm.
registered nurse, it's like a routine every time. And it's just like, I'm happy here. But I don't know, one time, like, I was just it came to my realization that I think there is something more. And I think you deserve more, because I know in a healthcare sector, it's so stressful. It's so
Yeah.
stressful dealing with, yeah, your, I know sometimes it's satisfying, but sometimes it's also draining your energy. When you go home, you get stressed, and your stress you will give it to your family. Like, oh, I don't want like this. But yeah, I'm still, yeah, I know how to handle it now because I'm into personal development. So yeah, and I like all of the learnings. And also, like, because I get to that growth mindset now, so I'm also inspired with a lot of people like Thomas Edison. He said, I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that
Yes.
won't work. So yeah, and sometimes like grapes, they need to crush it so that it will be a wine, right? So that's like a mindset shift for me. So yeah, I learn a lot in this business, really. And it turns like, oh, I think I'm a new me now, like like that. So yeah, yeah, I'm happy to be here. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. Yes, I totally agree with you. Yeah, when you come to this business, really, like it's fun. It's funny because like when we come to this business, we're thinking about making money. You know,
Mm, mm,
but when we are doing our journey, we realize that there's more than money in here. Like you
yeah,
are getting knowledge,
that's
skills
right.
of development.
Mm,
Building your growth mindset.
mm,
And like you mentioned, like seeing failures as opportunities. And that was one of the
mm,
first things that I learned in this
mm,
business. I thought that I had a strong mindset, because I faced so many things in my life.
yeah.
But
Mm,
when I encountered my first mindset setback, or my first setback, um,
mm,
I felt like I want. Well, I'm gonna tell you, it's about a YouTube ad. So I was launching my YouTube ad, and then eventually got
mm,
disapproved. And
uh,
it was my first one. I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Starting to,
yeah.
to my business. And then I got disapproved. So I felt like the whole world, um,
Mm,
you know, stopped for me. But I was lucky that I was with a friend.
yeah.
And that's why, like I say, community is amazing when you have that support. So my
Yeah.
friend was able to help me, bounce back from the emotional moment that I was having
Mm,
there. um,
mm,
and then I was able to bounce back, and then I shifted from that mindset where I was to a solution focused mindset. And from
mm,
that experience, I learned so many lessons from that setback. I learned that you have to feed your mindset every day.
mm,
It's not something that you do once and you let it go, because mindset is like a muscle. If you don't
mm,
exercise your muscle gets weak. So the same thing for your mindset. So if you don't feed your mindset every day, your mindset gets weak. So when you face setbacks like this, then
mm,
your mindset is gonna fail. It's like what happened to me.
mm,
So that
yeah.
was one of the lessons that I learned. And then the other lessons that I learned was that, um, there's always a solution. You'll just need to find a solution, you know.
That's right.
So I search, you know, and through that setback that I had, you know, now if someone else has the same experience, I know how to help them, you know. So there's so many lessons that I learned, like I mentioned. But
Mm-mm.
yeah, I do agree, you know, once you shift your mindset, then it changed because, you know, like later on, I got another one with Facebook.
Yeah.
I knew that I didn't do anything wrong, but you know, for some reason, Facebook, you know, stopped me. And then I asked around this time, and I didn't feel like, you know, oh, this is the end of the world. So that's how,
Mm.
you know, your mindset is starting to shift.
Yeah.
So you mentioned about books. Yeah, I'm not too much to reading books. It depends, you know, the kind of books that pique
Mm-mm.
my interest. But I
Mm-mm.
love to listen to audiobooks.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, especially when I'm working, I listen to
Mm-mm.
audiobooks or motivational, and yeah,
Mm-mm.
those really help you.
Yeah.
Because especially, you know, talking about the mindset, it really
Mm-mm.
helps you with your mindset because it keeps you, uh, you know, listen to other stories like you were mentioning about Thomas Edison. You know,
Mm.
how long he took him, but he never gave up. Another
Yeah.
example of that is the Mr. Coronel, you know, from the Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Ah,
That's
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
when he was asking, you know, for his recipe, and everybody
Mm-mm.
say no, no, until he
Yeah.
finally got the yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Um, what else you had there? Oh, handle stress. Yeah, that's another thing we learn in this business. Um,
Mm-mm.
and you were in and what you were saying is true. Like, you know, when you come to stress, uh, and you come home, eventually you don't know, you're so stressed, you're tired, and then your family is talking to you, and sometimes you don't react the right way. Like sometimes you
Mm-mm.
explode,
Yeah.
and but eventually your family understand you, and then they don't talk to you. But
Yeah.
that's not, yeah. But in this business, you know, we learn that, you know, we need to have that balance, you
Mm.
know,
Mm-mm.
to be able to, and how to handle stress. That's the other thing. So it's really good, you know, like to learn all this. We don't pay attention to that when we work because we just focus to work, you know.
That's
uh,
right. Yeah.
but here we are learning all this because that's the whole purpose of this business, you know, to have that
Mm.
work life balance.
Mm-mm.
um and what else? So yeah, so pretty much, you know, like self development, yeah, that really helps, you know, what we get in this business to help us, you
Mm.
know, to to keep growing as a person.
Yeah.
We do have a comment here from Mel Nalami. He says, thank you for watching, thank you for your comment, Mel.
Thank you.
And we also have a like emoji from him, Mel Nalami. Thank you for your like emoji. Okay,
Thank
so let's
you.
go. Yeah, let's go to your third question. Okay, so based on your experiences, what practical advice would you offer someone currently struggling with a recent failure or setback in their business?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for that. What could I advise is, yeah, pause and reflect.
Mm-hmm.
Pause and reflect. So, and like reflect in yourself, like what went wrong? And you will go with that solution mindset, like I know in every problem there's a solution. You
Mm-hmm.
just need to dig in, or what's the purpose. You will just, or if you got a religion, like you will connect to your Lord, like, Lord, maybe there's a reason why you're doing this to me. So yeah, and reconnect with your why, because if you will reconnect with your why and reconnect with your purpose, like why I'm doing this business, because yeah, and it came to my mind, like, yeah, because I want to help other career woman too, career mom, um to start their online business, and that we deserve more in life, like, and also a lot of personal development. Yeah, and when you are clear in your why, connect with your why, it's easier to push through tough moments and rebuild with conviction. So, because when you know your why, even though there's a lot of challenges or problems that you will encounter, and then if you will just go back to your why, and you know that you're doing this with a purpose, you're doing this for other people to say their potential, and you do this also for your family, for the future, for financial freedom and time freedom. So that challenges, that setbacks will just be like a small piece, like okay, it's there because it will give me some learnings and lessons, like um that's part of the journey, like yeah. And yeah, always go back to your why, because there's a lot of challenges, but yeah, same with me, a lot of challenges. And yeah, it's not easy because this one is not a get quick rich scheme.
No.
So yeah, so and yeah, I know, I get to know that yeah, it's like that. So and if you want to success, you need to go a lot of challenges. And when you look back, when you get to like look back to, oh, I did this and that, and you will just like, oh, it shapes me a lot, so yeah, yeah, that's always go back to your why. So that's what I can advise to, yeah, everyone. And also I'm doing that to myself every time, yeah, pause and reflect, or do your meditation, connect to yourself and why you're doing this, so that everything will just fall into their own phase, like their own time, because everyone has their own time. We got
Mm-hmm.
our own time, yeah. And yeah, everything happens for a reason. So yeah, you just always pause and reflect, and yeah, you'll get some answer in that. So yeah, I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm,
Yeah, I do agree with everything that you say, and like you mentioned, um, this journey is not an easy journey.
mm,
It's ups and downs along the way.
yeah.
It's I say, like, I think the hardest part of this journey, I think, is the process. The
Mm,
process, what I mean by the process is what it takes you from point A to point B to where you want to get.
that's
That
right.
that
Yeah.
time,
Mm,
that's the one that is like, how to say that, it's kind of like testing you along the way,
that's right. Yeah.
to so what you do is, you focus on the things that you can control and not
Mm,
on the things that we can control. But the thing is, like, we always tend to focus on the things that we can control, because we
yeah.
want to get there.
Mm,
But we have to focus on the things that we can control. For example, are working on our mindset, all continue our knowledge on all the different areas that we need to, and
mm,
then do your work, posting, your advertising, your lives, all these
mm,
things. And then once we focus on that, everything is gonna fall in place, like you say. And then,
mm,
we're gonna get to there and celebrate your small milestone along the way,
yeah.
you
Mm,
know, because that's gonna keep you motivated. Another thing I would say, like, every month, a small milestone that you receive, take a journal, write it
mm,
down, because when you feel down, you can go back to that journal and read it and say,
mm,
"Well, I have accomplished a lot, so let's keep going."
yeah, yeah. That's right.
I do like what you say when we have setbacks. Like, for example, the one that I had before. Um, you're gonna feel down because we're humans, you know.
Mm.
Even, like, we feel so strong. Eventually there's gonna be a setback that is gonna bring us down emotionally.
Mm,
Um, but the question here is, like you say, you have to reflect. Okay, so
mm,
you can feel in that moment, that you're emotionally, you can feel it for a moment, the moment, a short moment that you need to reflect on that. But
mm,
eventually you need to bounce back and continue
yeah.
your journey. So
Mm,
when you say reflecting, what was this setback? Was it like,
mm,
is something that I need to work on? Or
mm,
is it that, like you were mentioning about, sometimes God redirects you, and that has been my life too.
mm,
So I used to before, force things, but it didn't
mm.
happen that
Yeah.
way. Then I learned, I
Yeah.
learned, okay, I don't need to force things. If
Yeah.
God is telling me not to go that way, it's for a reason. So just
Mm,
There must be another way. So
Mhm.
sometimes, like you mentioned, it might be lessons that you need to learn from that
Mhm.
mistake.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's, like there's something better of you. You just don't see it at that
Mhm.
moment because you don't
Mhm.
understand. But when you get
Mhm.
to that point and you look back, you say, yes, now I understand why that happened to me because I
Yeah.
was meant to be here.
Mhm. Mhm.
So,
That's
yeah,
right.
reflection. And then I think the other one will be acknowledge whatever is wrong, you know,
Mhm.
to be able to continue and find, once you acknowledge what was wrong,
Mhm.
seek help on that,
Yeah.
how you
Mhm.
can prevent from that to happen again, or what knowledge do I need to be able to not to do the same mistake.
Mhm.
So depending of the setback.
Yeah.
So what you say good is pause and reflect. Yes. Personal development, yeah. Thanks to the personal development, that's why we're able to overcome those failures and setback, because
Mhm.
that's why we need to keep learning and training ourselves, because that's how we're going to be resilient to this
Yeah.
and be able to see those failures and setback as opportunities to improve and to move
Mhm.
along the way.
Mhm.
Meditation, yeah, meditation is really good,
Mhm.
because we get to focus on ourselves, and like that will
Mhm.
be the moment of pause, and reflect
Mhm.
on our
Mhm.
lives, because like say, we need that moment when we have those moments that we feel down,
Mhm.
um, and those meditation will help you, to refocus and then
Yeah.
to focus on what you need to do to keep going.
Mhm.
What else you mentioned here? You say everything happens for a reason, and I do agree with that with you.
Mhm. Yeah.
And you say the other one very important, and this affects our journey as an entrepreneur.
Mhm.
Reconnect with your why.
Yeah.
Yes, because your
Mhm.
why is the one who, like when you feel down, like kind of like giving up. Remember
Mhm.
your why. Why did you
Mhm.
start this? Because
Mhm.
that's the fuel that is gonna keep you pushing forward. And I've been on that moment. We
Mhm.
were talking before we went live. I was telling you that there was a moment where I was doubting myself, if I made the
Mhm.
right decision. But I know I did.
Mhm.
But it's
Yeah.
just self doubts that come up because we want to see results fast, or we see other
Mhm.
people in our community having results and we don't have, and then we feel like down. But
Mhm.
um, when when you remember why you started this,
Mhm.
what
Mhm.
were the reasons behind, then you say, okay, I gotta keep going because I don't want to go back to where I was before. So
Mhm.
I don't want to go back. I want to go forward. So
That's
if I
right.
want to go forward, I gotta remember the why I started this. So yes,
Mhm.
reconnect with the
Yeah.
why, very important.
Mhm.
Okay, so we have arrived to the end of the live. So any last words you wanted to say to them, or
Yeah. Yeah. For everyone who will watch the replay or when watching now, um, we hear you. I know it's really hard to overcome our fear. I know there's a lot of people that want to start the digital business or online business, but they don't know where to start. And they're always the fear to start. And we get to that. We're also skeptical before, but when we are in the business, it changed a lot my mindset. It shift a lot. Like yeah, with the personal development, and learning from the leaders, and yeah, there's a lot in store here. Like yeah, you will get to know more about yourself. So yeah, don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to try. And yeah, as what I said before, yeah, failure is part of success, because if you will not fail, you're not near to your success. Yeah, so keep pushing. And we'll get there. And then the one who wants to start the business, yeah, just give it a try. Then you will just like say to yourself like, why did I not start before? Because I
yeah,
also told that to myself, like, why I wait for like almost 1 to 2 years to start this business. But then when I was here, I'm here, like, oh, I did. Because maybe because our brain is like, we're in the survival mode. Like our brain is always telling that, like, oh, don't go there. Just stay in your comfort zone. Stay in your comfort zone. But we are not growing if we are staying in our comfort zone. Like after many years, and then you will just like, oh, I'm still here. Why did I did not do anything about it? Like, yeah. So that's why I'm here. I'm trying, like, I don't want to regret something in the future. So I'm always telling that to myself, like, do something today that your future self will thank you for. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's for
Very,
me.
very wise words.
Yeah.
I
Thank
love it.
you. Yeah. Thank you, Sandy, for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you put your website on the, you know how to put it on the three dots there, down there? While I say thank you, you can put your website and then I'll get back to you. Okay.
Where
So
should I?
what,
Is it in the chat or
oh, no, here's on the three dots below.
three dots below?
Yeah. So
And
after the dash that I put there, just put your website.
okay, the edit name and headline. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So after the dash, you just put it there. So
Okay. Sure.
we want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live today with us. For those watching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you so much for being here with us today, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content and being part of our journey today and always.
Yes.
Thank you so much. For those who doesn't follow us, you can follow us up here on the top. So you can find Louche Q de Jesus, and then you can follow us to learn, to get to know us a little bit more, who we are, what type of content we post, and more information about the business. Um, so if you want to learn, how you can start your online business, all you have to do is register in any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that have two links. So one to register to the live webinar, which happens every Tuesdays and Thursdays, or Wednesdays and Fridays for New Zealand. What time is in New
Yeah.
Zealand?
It's 1:37 p.m. now.
No, no, for the
After
webinar.
the, I think it's 2 p.m. 2 p.m.
2
here.
p.m. Okay. So
Yeah.
2 p.m. for the New Zealand time.
Mm-mm.
So that will be Wednesday and Fridays
Mm-mm.
for them. And then so when you register, that link will take you to a page that will have two buttons, so you can register for either of the 2 days depending what time zone are you. And then you are able to get the link to the live, to watch the live webinar. So the other link that you will get is the replay link. So just in case you cannot make it to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it at your own convenience from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group, where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Um, so what you're probably wondering, what is going to be on the webinar. So on the webinar, you're going to learn how our online business plan works, and also you get to see the testimonials from the panelists who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So we are going to find out who were the hosts and panelists from this past Thursday's live webinar. Okay, so for this past Thursday live webinar, we had Karen and Chris, who were the hosts. So Karen is a vice principal and Chris is a firefighter. We also have Dustin as a first panelist, so he's a nurse. We have PB and Josh, a registered nurse and Airbnb host. We have Audley, a registered nurse, and we have Mike and Lynn, franchise owners and entrepreneurs. Eunice, nurse practitioner. Stephanie, healthcare worker, and Deborah, and members services rep. So as you see, we have all different walks of life, different ages, but all and ethnicities, but all decided to start their online business and take that leap of faith to change their life and their family lives. So if you want to be part of this global online community where you have a purpose, to help others do the same, and to have a better life for you and your family, then this is the opportunity for you. So if you want to catch the replay has subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages. That's Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. Okay, so we hope so that you enjoy, the topic for today and the story of and the journey of Louche, who shared with us, her journey in regards to the mindset and the setback and the failures. Uh, you're gonna feel like this topic is not only about online business opportunity. This also applies to real life. So you can always learn, from our experiences here. So
Mm.
we want to say thank you to Lush for spending
Okay.
time with us. Is what time is it over there? So that they can see that how global we are.
Yeah, so it's 1:41 p.m. here, and it's Saturday.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
we're ahead of you. I yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Here is a Friday, and it is
Mm.
6:41 p.m. here.
Ah,
So
okay. Yeah. Mm.
so you can
Mm.
see how global we are from different
Yeah.
parts of the world. It's a
Mm.
global online community where you get all the support and that you need.
Mm.
Okay, so we want to say thank you to everyone who has watched the live with us today.
Thank
Uh,
you.
we want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Friday for those who are on Friday, and a happy and blessed Saturday for those who are already on Saturday. So thank you everyone for watching here with us today. And until the next episode of the Real Talk Journeys of Resilience and Success. So tomorrow we'll be with another guest who will be sharing also her journey and another topic. So thank you everyone. God bless you all. And thank you for watching. And thank you, Lush,
Thank
again.
you. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.